Look, one of the things that's very pathological about our culture is that when I built these exercises, this is a decade ago probably, I started working on them. I started to understand that people live in a story and that you need to get your story straight. And then I started to understand that no one ever did that in our schools. And then I did some background research into that. Well, why don't we teach people to be visionaries in school? Ever. Not even once. Never. We never do it at all.
Okay.
Right? Never.
Yeah, all right.
The school system, the public school system in North America, and in much of Europe and in Japan, was literally started by fascists. Literally. So it was the Prussians first. Mm-hmm. And the goal of the universal education system was to produce soulless and obedient soldiers. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, so then that was imported into the US. This was before fascism was like Mussolini and Hitler, so there were fascists who weren't self-evidently as evil as they became in the 1940s, but they were interested in the amalgamation of corporation and state, let's say. They regarded the super state as a necessity to rule over the, vast masses of unwashed. And at the same time, late 1800s, rural people were flooding into the cities, mostly for factory jobs. And there was some real concern that their children would need to be trained to abide by a schedule. Mm-hmm. And so that's why you have the school system set up the way it is. Rigid rows of desks, bells, that's a factory. It's obviously a factory. It was set up on factory lines. It was to train people to become obedient factory workers, just like soldiers. Well, that was great in like 1880, although it wasn't, obviously, because they could have been being trained to be entrepreneurs. And the system was set up specifically to make sure that didn't happen. Okay. I'm dead serious about that. Right. It's stunning. Well, it's fine, but now, I mean, have we not progressed? Well, no, the answer is we've actually regressed, because now we not only do we train people to be like subservient robots, we demoralize them with idiot Marxism. And so we've taken a bad lot. We've taken the worst of the fascists and the worst of the bloody Marxists and turned that into the education system. So it's stunning, that. Well, we also published 3 studies with this program. Not one university has picked it up, even though we showed like 50% dropout rate decrease among young men. It's like stunning. It's stunning. It's amazing. And we did the research very carefully. We replicated it 3 times in different places, different countries, at different levels of the educational strata. And there's a big literature on writing and its beneficial effects. Well, it's no different than thinking. You think thinking works. It's like, well, why don't you try thinking about your future, for example? And so, if to get back to what we started with, it's like you got to replace your idiot juvenile personality with a more mature vision. Yeah. That's how you quit. You don't quit by stopping, because then what do? It just leaves a hole. It's like the alcoholic stops drinking. Well, he's got no friends. I see. He's got no family. He doesn't know what the hell to do with his time, right? It's a big void. And then stress comes along. It's like, drinking time, or maybe, or not stress. Maybe something great happens. That's often when people fall off the wagon. It's like, well, people drink to cope. It's like, not usually. The real drinkers drink to party. And most of the people that I knew that were addicted, is like the biggest risk for them was occasion for a celebration.
Also, a massive thanks to Hallow for sponsoring this podcast. Hallow.com/Matt Fradd is where you want to go if you want to try out their entire app for 3 months for free. It is an absolutely fantastic app. They actually have all of my audio podcasts on there right now, so you can listen to them over there. They have Catholic lo-fi, meditation, amazing stuff. Hallow.com/Matt Fradd to get 3 months for free. Hey, thanks so much for watching this clip. If you want to watch more clips of me chatting with Jordan Peterson, click these videos somewhere here on this screen.